I am really excited to find out if there's some evidence behind immune booster shots.
If you want to save money, come make these immune boosting ginger shots with me. I recently came across a cafe selling these shots for $7 each per shot. That wasn't going to be me today, so I decided to spend the money on good produce to make my own at home.
While there are a lot of variations for them, there are some ingredients that always make the cut. Those are ginger, citrus fruits, and curcumin. Today we're going to dive deep into the science behind those three foods with the addition of two honorable mentions that have also been on my radar. After watching this video, you're going to have a better understanding of what to put in your immune booster drink. Buying them commercially is of course also an option. However, the price might not be the only downside to getting those drinks at your local smoothie store or at your supermarket. Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. My name is Clementina and I do nutrition, health, fitness content here on YouTube. I have graduated with a bachelor's degree in nutrition sciences and a master's degree in food chemistry recently. Today we're talking about immune booster shots. I'm going to be going over each food individually and tell you more about the science, the evidence behind each one of them, and why do so many people claim that it has positive effects on your immunity. Starting off with ginger, since it is one of the most prominent ones that appear in every single drink. Ginger has been around for thousands of years. Ginger originates from China and Southeast Asia, where it was first implemented as a remedy for colds, fevers, and even tetanus. What I didn't know is that the European Medicine Agency listed ginger actually as a legit remedy for preventing motion sickness and nausea. So the next time that you're going on a boat or you're having a long road trip, think about taking some kind of ginger shots before you go on the trip. Ginger has been investigated for a variety of positive effects such as anti-inflammatory, antibacterial, even anti-cancer effects on patients. The compounds that are usually investigated in relation to these claims are always found in its root. All of these compounds are also non-volatile, which I think is really great because technically grinding the ginger root or even cooking it is probably not going to reduce the contents of the compounds. On the topic of the immune system, compounds found in ginger seem to be influencing different immune cells. Such cells are macrophages, neutrophils, and T cells. And for you to understand the different ways that your immunity is influenced, you need to know a little more about immune cells in general. Macrophages are cells of your immune system that initially start the inflammatory response. Inflammation is not innately bad. I already talked more about this in my inflammation video. Inflammation, acute inflammation specifically, is the only way that your body knows that there is a problem going on, that there is an infection, and then it can activate your other immune cells to come in and battle the pathogens. Macrophages are the ones that help initiate this response, since compounds found in ginger seem to positively influence the functions of those cells. Other cells that are positively influenced are the neutrophils. Neutrophils are the immune cells that do a lot of the hard work, and they come in direct combat with the pathogens, sending out little proteins, the so-called extracellular traps, and also with other mechanisms. Therefore, by positively influencing their function, ginger also helps your body have a better defense. And the third group of immune cells that are positively impacted are the T cells. T cells are the ones that help recognize which infection exactly is going on right now in your body and then send off the respective antigens to help eliminate the danger. By having all of these amazing influences on your immunity, different chemical compounds of ginger are investigated in these studies, when some of them have been found to have stronger anti-inflammatory effects than others. However, you cannot really consume these compounds in an isolated form if you're just getting your ginger from the store. You can, if you want, get it as a supplement, but since ginger has been proven generally to have such positive influences, I do not think that this is necessary to obtain some beneficial effects. Moving on to the second very common thing I see implemented in immune booster shots, and that is curcumin, or also known as turmeric. It has been gaining attention regarding its anti-inflammatory and antimicrobial properties. It is also very widely sold as a supplement. There is also a huge body of studies regarding curcumin and its possible implementation in cancer therapy. There are a lot of different mechanisms that have been investigated with different compounds of curcumin, and as you can see here, there are so many different pathways that curcumin has been found to have an impact. Other fields of research where curcumin has been gaining more attention is research being done on Alzheimer's disease. Curcumin has been also found to have some positive effects on managing blood lipid levels, so levels of cholesterol in your blood, also blood sugar levels and insulin sensitivity, also anticoagulation. Anticoagulation means the formation of the plaque in atherosclerosis, so the things that clog up your arteries. And last but not least, curcumin has been investigated for its impact on fighting off viral infections. So why isn't every doctor then recommending curcumin if it has so many benefits for your health and it can basically solve most of your problems? Well, it is not that simple. The issue here is not the curcumin itself, it's how your body absorbs curcumin. Curcumin is very poorly absorbed in the human body. It is also very rapidly eliminated by the liver. It is very poorly water soluble, which makes its absorption even worse. This is why a lot of the research right now is being done on ways that they could improve curcumin absorption by either making supplements in a combination with curcumin, so some compounds that could improve curcumin absorption are piperine, for instance. This is black pepper. Maybe you have seen on those videos with immune booster shots that there is more than one spice being put, and one of them is very often black pepper, since it can boost curcumin absorption up to 20 times. That, however, does not again mean that all of the curcumin is being absorbed. It is again a very small amount of it that actually is being uptaken from your body. Other things that could help are lycopene, which are compounds that are found in all kinds of tomato products, and lycopene has been found to improve the antioxidant activity of curcumin. Moreover, minerals such as zinc and copper might boost curcumin's water solubility. I got interested in what do the curcumin supplements look like, and one that has been very widely promoted is the so-called Novasol technology. There, curcumin is together with the so-called leucine. I'm not sure what leucine exactly is, but they claim that it could boost curcumin absorption up to 185 times, which is a lot more than the 20 times with piperine. The bottom line here is to consume curcumin with at least one cofactor. That could be black pepper, or if you want to go for a supplement, think about finding one with this new technology that has been really popular lately. If it does indeed boost curcumin absorption that much, it could definitely help for it to exert its positive functions in your body. The next one is something that is very widely present in Eastern Europe culture, and if you also come from Eastern Europe, I'm sure that somebody from your household has been chugging raw garlic when they thought that they were getting sick. Usually that family member would also claim that garlic is the most potent natural antibiotic. Eating raw garlic is not something that many people would adhere to. It is not a very pleasant thing to do. Therefore, I wanted to investigate here if it actually makes any sense. According to this review that I found discussing all of the anti-inflammatory effects of garlic on your body and its beneficial effects on your immunity, the way that you consume garlic plays a huge role in the effects that it has. The way that garlic is processed largely influences its composition, and the biggest benefits are observed in different kinds of garlic formulations that are all not raw garlic. Normal dehydrated garlic powder or crushed dehydrated garlic has only been found to lower blood cholesterol. The rest of the effects that are being discussed are found for other formulations such as oil extract. A lot of the positive properties are administered to the so-called aged garlic extract or AGE. Depending on the formulation, there are definitely some positive properties observed, such as regulation of the expression of genes related to cancer and also some anti-allergic properties. On the topic of immunity, some garlic compounds found in the so-called aged garlic extract have been found to reduce the inflammatory response by diminishing the number of cytokines produced by lymphocytes. Lymphocytes are other immune cells. Aged garlic extract has also been found to have beneficial effects on managing cardiovascular diseases, infections, and other issues related to your immune system, such as autoimmune diseases and allergies. This is not observed for the raw garlic that has maybe been pushed upon you to eat as a child. There is no scientific evidence actually backing this way of consuming garlic. If you really want to reap some benefits, you might look up where you can get those specific extracts, these formulations. The fourth one on the list is also inspired from my own household. My mom really likes doing these mixtures that contain all of these very immune boosting foods. Two of them are in this video. The one is the curcumin that I already talked about, and the second one is honey. I don't really like the bad reputation that honey is being gaining recently, since it's being reduced only to its sugar content, and the only way that some people describe honey is in relation to the insulin spike that it creates. This is a very limiting way to talk about foods, completely disregarding the rest of the compounds present in it. Honey does indeed contain mainly sugars, around 80% of its total contents. The rest is mainly water and some proteins. However, there are also numerous phenolic compounds present in honey, along with minerals, also enzymes, yes, in a lower concentration, but they are there. And these are also the compounds that are the reason honey has a positive reputation regarding its effects on your immunity. Phenolic compounds belong to the large group of polyphenols. I mentioned polyphenols in every other video that I make. Those are plant compounds that have been found to have numerous positive influences on your health regarding their antioxidative properties. According to this very detailed review on honey, there are some honey kinds that exert a positive effect. Dark honey, for instance, is one that could be more beneficial compared to others, since it has higher concentrations of these compounds that I just listed. The positive effects observed are in relation to improving cardiovascular health, glucose tolerance, helping with wound healing, etc. On the topic of cardiovascular disease, honey has been found to support nitric oxide production, which is a compound that helps with your arteries being more expanded and blood can flow more truly through them. This is called vasodilation. Honey also contains the minerals zinc and copper, which play an important role in glucose metabolism. Regarding its sugar contents, we all know that glucose consumption long-term can have numerous negative impacts on your health, starting off with hormonal levels, insulin sensitivity, also liver metabolism, fat accumulation, you know the drill. The same negative effects, at least in the studies listed here, have not been observed with honey consumption, and the theory that the researchers have here is that other compounds found in honey do cancel out the negative effects that the high sugar content could have. Antioxidants such as beta-carotene, this is a form of vitamin A, also vitamin C, could help with managing these negative influences. Of course, with everything that we're ingesting, for the effects from the studies to actually take place, we need to know the correct dosage, and this is where honey really gets interesting. For the cardiovascular effects, the amount in those studies was 70 grams per day. 70. You would not eat 70 grams of honey per day. Another interesting thing that the study stated is that honey can help with detoxification of the body after alcohol intoxication, kind of a hangover remedy. And the dosages here were between 1 to 1.25 grams per kilogram body weight. You can pick a honey kind that you like. I'm going to put a list right here of the kinds of honey that have been found to have beneficial effects in the studies, and use one of those types in your tea or in your immune booster drink, whatever. I think it's a great substitute for sugar. Also, I would definitely choose them over any artificial sweeteners, such as because artificial sweeteners have been found to have a lot of negative effects on your health. We're getting to the final fifth food that is a main component of immune booster drinks, and those are citrus fruits. Citrus fruits have a variety of components that could contribute to them having a very positive influence on your immune system. Some of those compounds are vitamin C, which is an antioxidant, and also polyphenols that are also antioxidants. However, the beneficial effects of citrus fruits are not only attributed to to their antioxidative properties. Vitamin C could also play a role in inflammation in a different way that is related to its influence on your immune system cells. Vitamin C could be uptaken by your lymphocytes, which could increase their serum concentrations, from what I understood. Additionally, vitamin C plays a key role in collagen production, which is essential for wound healing. Other compounds, such as folate, can promote the multiplication of your immune cells, because folate is one of the key components for DNA synthesis and cell proliferation, so cell multiplication. The polyphenols found in citrus fruits have also been found to have very good influences on your inflammatory responses. Here, the choice of citrus fruits is up to you. Most of the studies go for orange juice, and orange juice is high in this polyphenol that's called hesperidin. Other citrus fruits, such as grapefruits, are higher in other compounds, such as naringenin. Both of those, although they do this through different pathways, have been found to contribute to managing inflammation. A very important thing to mention here is that store-bought orange juice was found to have lower concentrations of all of the positive compounds compared to homemade orange juice. I would definitely create this by myself at home if I want to reap the best benefits. Thank you so much for watching this video and being here with me today. If you want me to do a video on a specific topic next time, write down in the comments below what you find interesting. If you enjoyed this video, do not forget to like and subscribe. Thank you so much again, and I will be seeing you next time.